Hey guys, Basil and Will with GraysonHobby, and today we're going to show you how to add bling or LED lights to your RadioMaster Tx16.
Yeah, so what we have here is these have been installed. It's white or blue LED rings for your RadioMaster. It's a simple plug-and-play installation. It uses a couple screwdrivers, and it will also lower your gimbals so they don't sit as tall.
So we're going to go over how to install it. We're going to take the radio apart. We're going to go, as Will said, we're going to show you and tell you what tools you're going to need. We're going to show you what happens when you install.
Welcome to OpenTX.
The light. Make that as exciting as we can possibly make showing LED.
Alright, so if you find value in this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up and hit that bell to subscribe. We're going to come out with random videos all the time, depending on what RadioMaster has in the pipeline and new products. GraysonHobby is located in Atlanta, Georgia. Come to our mega showroom. Come see Will. Never see me. Everything you see is in stock. Nothing drop shipped. Be sure to check out our Facebook group. The link is in the description below. We got a lot of guys talking about that, especially if you're in Atlanta. We have a lot of local pilots, either fixed wing or FPV guys, all looking to meet up somebody. So we got a lot of community action in our Facebook group.
All right, guys. So we're going to show you how to go from this stock to the aftermarket LED ring being installed. This is the white one. RadioMaster currently offers a blue and white version. So today we're going to show you how to take it apart. So we're going to use very few tools. You need a small Phillips head screwdriver. You need a 2mm Allen wrench and a 2.5mm Allen wrench.
Are they called hex wrenches?
Hex wrench, Allen wrench, yes.
All right.
All right.
And then Philip and Ellen.
Yes, they're brothers, I believe. No. So we're going to loosen the top two 2.5mm screws, remove the grip cheeks, and the four, either Phillips head if you got version 1 or if you got version 2, Allen wrench, 2mm Allen wrench screws from the top and bottom. So the grip cheeks, you literally just kind of grab from the bottom and pull out. And usually you can grab a corner there, pull out. Loosen the top two, that way we got enough room to get that out. And I like to lay this in the factory box because it makes it to where I'm not putting pressure on any switches or gimbals or anything like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay that down in the box here, face down, and the shell will come up. You're going to lift up slightly. There's a plug right here for the speaker, and then the secondary plug, if you have the newer version with the second speaker, you'll have the 2 plugs instead of 1. So we're going to take that off, move it to the side. We don't need that anymore.
Okay.
And now we'll need the Phillips head screwdriver. So from here, there's gonna be 4 screws. One of them is down behind these tensioners. One's at the bottom left corner, bottom right corner, top right corner. So I'm gonna remove the screws here. And these two, I'm not gonna try to take them out because they always fall in there. I'm just gonna loosen them to the point where I can lift the whole gimbal up.
So I guess if you didn't have a Hall gimbal one, you can might as well go ahead and get time to replace your Hall gimbals with Hall gimbals, right?
You could, yeah. People actually bought the non-Hall gimbal.
We didn't carry it, yeah.
I'm going to unscrew or unplug the gimbal here, and then we're just going to lift it up, over to the right, and then up again. And the gimbal is now out of the radio.
Okay, so that's the whole gimbal right there.
Alright, from there we're going to need the LED kit itself. I'm going to show you guys the blue one on one side and the white on the other so you can see what's going on. So here's the blue LED ring. So these LED rings are cut out identical, so there's no left, no right. They work either way on this one. So got the LED ring, got the longer screws for the gimbal that we're now going to reinstall with, and then we have the insert here.
Okay.
So this plate right here, you'll see the cutouts here and here, the holes pass through. So you're going to place this flat side down with these cutouts facing inwards here. So drop that in there. Then we're going to take the LED ring and we're going to put it in here, and you'll see there's 2 cutouts on this side. That's going to go for the inside, okay? So drop it in here, and you might have to work it around the boards a little bit. That's why I put this in the ring on after dropping the clear part in. And put it down. And once it's in, get that wire off to the side there. So once that's there, then you can take your metal plate back, drop that back in so that they line up. Take your gimbal. And actually what I am going to do on this one, just because I think it's going to be a pain in the butt to get that screw, I'm going to try putting this screw in first and then slide it over. See if that saves me a little bit of extra work. Maybe not. Let's see. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so we got that there, and then get your screws. Now, I always recommend, because you are dealing with plastic that you're screwing into, don't try to force it. Sometimes it's easier to actually back it up a turn or two so it kind of self-aligns and then screw it in. It just helps it catch that old thread that was already cut into the plastic. And then don't tighten each one down one at a time. Get them all to the point where they're in first, so they're all lined up. That way you don't have a screw pushing in a corner.
Sort of like how you do a car tire.
Yeah.
Diagonal pattern, right?
Yeah, like this corner one's giving me a little trouble because it's not lining up as good as it should. And I just don't want to take that slider out. I'm trying to do this without taking the slider out, being lazy, you know?
Well, because that goes from a 5-minute job to like a 20-minute job.
It's just more stuff to take out, more tedious screws. But basically, now that I got that there, and that's why you want to use a thin screwdriver. If you use a thicker one, it ain't gonna work. Do it this way. So you just go around and snug them back up.
Okay.
So now we're gonna plug our gimbal back in. You run the wire back down around, and the gimbal plugs back in to this one right here. So that's the potentiometers of the Hall Effect gimbals.
Mm-hmm.
And then the power plug is going to plug into the unused port right here. So you'll plug that in there. Alright, so just to show you guys what we're dealing with here.
You can leave it there.
I was going to turn it around.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool.
So you'll see the ring in here.
Yep.
So I'm going to put this back plate back on, and we're going to power it up and show you guys what it looks like. But it doesn't take long to install it. You just got to reverse what you did. You plug in the one speaker here, and then plug the rear speaker into this 2-pin. And guys running Crossfire and all that, run these wires farther out. If you run it next to the RF module with Crossfire, it'll give you a humming noise. So if you ever get a humming noise, just make sure you rerun those wires.
Yes, I get that all the time.
And put this back plate off. You got to remember, you got the 5 pins here you got to line up as well. So I'm going to take this radio out of this because we don't need that anymore. So we got that dropped in there. You lined it.
Now, while you're doing that, I'm sure everyone's going to ask, does this void the warranty?
No, this is a RadioMaster accessory that does not void the warranty. Okay. Now, if you break things while taking it apart, yeah, that's on you. But as far as taking it apart and putting it back together, no, it doesn't void your warranty.
All right.
RadioMaster actually is one of the few companies that encourages the end user to actually service their radio if they have an issue, which is, that's cool of them because at the end of the day, this is a hobby, not a toy.
Right.
All right, let me find the battery here. I'm not going to put screws in just yet because I want to show you guys. So there's the 2 different colors, guys. Now keep in mind, when you buy a kit, you will get either 2 white or 2 blue. I just did one of each so you guys could see side by side what they look for.
That's cool.
And they're just always on. I don't think they go off with the backlight or anything like that.
I'm sure due to the popularity they'll come out in different colors, but right now
I'm hoping for red.
Yeah, red would be cool.
I'm actually kind of shocked there was no red available yet.
Yeah. Well, cool. That's it. Let's put the screws back together.
And one thing I will say, guys, with these plates in, the gimbals are now lowered about 1/8 of an inch. So anybody that was looking for the max plates that came with the extra lowering kit to get the gimbals a little farther down in there and not quite as tall, well, these LED rings will not only make it look cooler, but it'll do the same thing.
So it actually has some practicality.
So it'll lower the gimbals a little bit. So honestly, even if you didn't care about the LEDs, you can get the kit and just put it in there.
Okay, so the LEDs, is there any way to control it through Betaflight,
It looks like once you power it on, it's on. Yeah, because it's just control with a power button.
All right, so you can't do it to any kind of like music MP3 and have it kind of pulse with the beat.
I was hoping it was going to work with the backlight, but it's on or off. That's all there is to it.
So I'm sure somebody already has a hack in the pipeline.
I'm sure there's something.
That'd be pretty cool to see the hack with how you can control it. Right? So how long did this take just to install? This took us probably with the camera work about 10 minutes.
Yeah, you could. I mean, as long as you got screwdrivers and everything, 5-10 minutes per gimbal. It's not hard.
And what you didn't see when he fixed the one from the video, because we had a blue and a white, he took out the blue and added the white, but what you did see, he forgot to plug it in.
Yeah, I didn't plug one of them in all the way.
So make sure.
I was talking, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. So before you even ask, we are definitely going to go to RadioMaster and ask them if they could be a feature already pre-installed.
And if there's other colors you guys want to see, what colors? You want to see yellow, greens, reds? Personally, I want to see green. I think I want to see green.
I think red would be pretty cool.
I think green would be good.
Yeah. Purple. Or how about this? How about one that's controlled through the radio that has one of those multicolored?
Whoa, whoa. Settle down, sir. That is asking too much. We finally got LED. Okay.